It's dark out, your eyes can be deceptive. This ain't living, realize you've been neglected. I know all this gangster shit can be tempting, but we all can't be Marlowe in the ending. Lifestyles of the rich and promising, men measured by how thick their pocket is. Ends justifying the means pleases, like nobody sees how unclean the product is. Eroticness, drugs and politics, pimps, thugs, and white-collar pricks congregate like flies on this pile of shit. It ain't gold no matter how you polish it. Y'all fighting over blocks like ottomans, plus show no emotions like collagen. I blaze trails and fail at blind following, apologetic for no deed my heart is in.
We have to somehow make sure that the general public does not make use of the democratic opportunities that are available to them and leaves us to run the place as we've been doing. And the way to do it was we have to kind of direct people to superficial things like fashionable consumption.
Earthquakes, hurricanes, tidal waves, things we go through, anguish, vital pain. Nuclear programs, presidential candidates, African genocide, mankind will detonate. Mushroom cloud, leave a crater for the power chase. Major cities turn into debris up in outer space. History evaporates, repeats continuous. Advanced civilizations now the simplest. Redesign the wheel, acquire basic skill. Tablets from the hill, thou shalt not kill. Plague spreading through our communities and still we behave ill and worship dollar bills. The clock spinning, last days closing in. Shift the calendar in the time zone we in. Colonize the moon, go into the ocean, but ain't nowhere to go when the globe is exploding.
I am afraid to go out in the sun now because of the holes in our ozone. I am afraid to breathe the air because I don't know what chemicals are in it. All this is happening and yet we act as if we have all the time and all the solutions. Parents should be able to comfort their children by saying, everything's going to be alright. It's not the end of the world, and we're doing the best we can. But I don't think you can say that anymore.
We all expect to be rap stars or ball players, and anyone that don't agree with us we call haters. America's whole culture moved to Las Vegas and over to the dark side working with Darth Vader. It's all good cause now we got a black president, like we was never slaves. Every day I see the evidence, and what they call a 9 to 5 I call an early grave. I live on my time, ain't been a worthy slave. I don't flip my calendar every 30 days, and I don't expect to be walking through no pearly gates. 9/11 was a plot to take our liberties, the Patriot Act, and then they invaded the Middle East. And if you can't live in peace, then what you living for? Sometimes I think we about to have a second civil war. Militias with nukes act like some kids with catapults. I'm terrified of dealing with religious radicals. You think it isn't magical that I have a pulse? The scientists are still waiting on the lab results. That's why I fear this earth ain't got the slightest hope, cause we might ignite the globe under a microscope.
America's a strange country. All you need to keep them pacified is give them a dozen donuts and a gun. They don't seem to have the capacity, the intellectual capacity to think of their own self-interest in any other way than the next 5 minutes.